I want to explain you the sustainability tools of the project which will be developed within the WP6. The first tool will be developed within WP6 is Nature Cities Alliances. This alliances will be global network for resilient cities. The Nature Cities Alliances, NCA, is EPD Net's outreach arm, a transnational platform uniting cities that commit to nature-based transitions. NCA connects academia, municipalities, and industry partners to co-design solutions that address climate adaptation, biodiversity, and social equity. By sharing open data, case studies, and best practices, NCA creates an expanding ecosystem of learning cities that act locally while thinking globally. The structure, governance, members, and commitments of the Nature Cities Alliances will be developed within Work Package 6. NCA follows a collaborative governance model. Each member city or institution pledges to integrate NBS strategies into policy and practice. Governance is distributed, not hierarchical, ensuring inclusivity. This model allows knowledge to flow horizontally between regions. NCA's strength lies in mutual accountability and transparency, establishing a foundation for innovation that respects both local autonomy and global collaboration. Some of the activities of Nature Cities Alliances could be Nature City Days and Resilient City Labs. NCA converts theory into action through Nature City Days, Resilient City Labs, and EPD forums. These activities foster awareness, experimentation, and dissemination. Nature City Days engage citizens in urban ecology. Resilient City Labs provide testing grounds for NBS solutions. EPD forums bring academia and governance together to scale results. Through these actions, NCA becomes a catalyst for global ecological diplomacy.
The second tool which will be developed within WP6 to provide the sustainability of the project is nature-based intelligence. This will be digital assistant to learn from nature through AI. Nature-based intelligence, NBI, forms the technological core of the EPDNet ecosystem. It represents a paradigm shift. Instead of using AI to control nature, we use it to learn from nature. NBI applies the Koopman operator framework, a mathematical approach that analyzes the hidden dynamics of complex systems to ecological and urban data. By integrating geographical information systems, remote sensing, and real-time environmental monitoring, NBI can predict how ecosystems respond to interventions. Unlike opaque black box AI, the Koopman model provides transparency and interpretability, making it ideal for ethical decision support in planning. Through the EPD Assist platform, NBI connects planners, researchers, and decision makers in an interactive environment. Users can simulate climate scenarios, assess biodiversity impacts, and visualize ecological feedback loops. It transforms raw data into insights that reveal how human and natural systems co-evolve. NBI's philosophy mirrors ecological intelligence itself: distributed, adaptive, and cooperative. It can analyze but also learn, evolving through each dataset, much like nature evolves through feedback. In the future, this approach could serve as the digital nervous system of resilient cities, guiding real-time adaptation to floods, heat waves, and biodiversity loss. In essence, NBI is not simply an algorithmic tool, but the embodiment of EPDNet's ethical stance: technology in the service of ecology. It aims to make AI part of nature's dialogue, not its disruption. Integrated with EPD Assist, planners can visualize environmental trends in real time and design adaptive management strategies grounded in evidence and ethics. The use of NBI will provide decision support for sustainable cities. NBI supports critical applications, including disaster forecasting, flood modeling, and carbon balance analysis. It helps planners test scenarios before physical interventions, minimizing risk and maximizing impact. Beyond analytics, NBI supports the creation of digital twins, living, data-driven representations of cities that evolve as real environments change. This empowers urban governance to be proactive rather than reactive, transforming resilience planning into a continuous process. Anadolu Planning School, from Anatolia to Europe. The Anadolu Planning School, APS, is not merely an academic initiative. It is a cultural movement that redefines planning through the wisdom of place. Rooted in Anatolia's geography, ecology, and history,
Its foundation lies in the idea that every landscape tells a story, and that story must guide design decisions. Inspired by Ian McHarg's Design with Nature, APS adapts ecological design principles to Anatolia's unique biocultural context. It teaches future planners to read the land like a living manuscript, understanding soils, waters, topography, and communities as interconnected systems. A PS promotes learning through the landscape rather than about it. The school's philosophy emphasizes three intertwined dimensions: ecological rationality, using scientific data and nature-based intelligence to inform decisions; cultural continuity, protecting local identity, craft, and heritage as vital planning data; technological ethics, applying innovation with responsibility toward people and ecosystems. Its mission is to produce a new generation of planners capable of synthesizing climate data with cultural narratives, capable of designing cities that remember where they come from. Ultimately, the Anadolu Planning School bridges East and West, past and future, art and science. It reminds Europe that sustainability cannot be imported. It must grow from the soil of each place. As you can understand, ECHO will be foundation of Anadolu Planning School. ECHO model will be pedagogical integration tool for Anadolu Planning School. The Anadolu Planning School integrates ECHO's learning logic into its studios. Students begin with community engagement, engage, then collaborate on design projects, co-create, evaluate outcomes, harvest, and finally publish their findings, open share. This process makes APS an open, evolving ecosystem, a living demonstration of education as adaptation. The fundamental tool of Anadolu Planning School is ECHO model. The ECHO model represents the educational and philosophical backbone of EPDNet. The acronym stands for Engage, Co-Create, Harvest, and Open Share, a four-stage pedagogical cycle that mirrors how ecosystems learn and adapt. It was designed to bridge the gap between academic theory and real-world ecological planning. Unlike traditional teaching models, ECHO is participatory. Learners are not passive recipients of information, but active co-designers of knowledge. The Engage phase brings participants together around shared environmental challenges. Co-create invites collaboration. Participants develop solutions in interdisciplinary groups. Harvest means reflection and evaluation, collecting insights and outcomes through tools such as surveys, SWOT analyses, and scenario writing. Finally, OpenShare ensures that knowledge becomes a public good, available through the EPD Assist learning platform and partner networks. By grounding the pedagogy in nature-based solutions, NBS, ECHO ensures that design, research, and community practice coexist. It supports the European Green Deal, the New European Bauhaus Initiative, and the UN SDGs, aligning local action with global policy frameworks. Ultimately, ECHO transforms education into a living system, one that learns from nature's logic, cooperation, diversity, and adaptation. This is not simply a curriculum, but a cultural shift toward seeing learning as an ecological process that can empower cities to evolve sustainably.
Now I will explain you the pedagogical core of learning by nature. WP6 will improve this core from awareness to action. At the heart of ECHO lies the philosophy of learning from nature. It draws from constructivist education, encouraging learners to explore real systems and reflect on how they function. Activities such as mind mapping or scenario building allow students to visualize interconnections, just as ecosystems do. This process shifts education from knowledge transfer to experience creation. Participants gain not only cognitive understanding, but emotional engagement, learning empathy for both nature and communities. Through iterative practice, ECHO turns awareness into capability and action. We are at the stage of pilot implementation now. The 2025 pilot, organized by Eskişehir Technical University and Hacettepe University, was the first real-world test of the ECHO model. Conducted entirely online, over 6 weeks the program followed the ECHO learning cycle. Week by week, it unfolded along thematic layers. Designing with nature, urban resilience, connected green networks, multifunctionality in green infrastructure, climate adaptation through landscape design, and green-blue infrastructure for flood control. Each session included a blend of short lectures, collaborative exercises, and evaluation surveys. Innovative pedagogical tools were introduced. The mind map method helped participants visualize ecosystem relationships. The jigsaw activity encouraged peer teaching and team accountability. Scenario writing fostered creativity in solving complex urban problems, while SWOT analysis connected academic insights with planning realities. Feedback from the pilot confirmed the model's success. Participants demonstrated improved ecological reasoning, stronger systems thinking, and a growing sense of agency. The ECHO program also produced measurable outcomes. Evaluation metrics, participant surveys, and scenario results were integrated into EPDNet's key performance indicators. Beyond numbers, the pilot became a laboratory for the Anadolu Planning School, demonstrating that education for sustainability can merge scientific rigor with cultural and emotional depth. The experience validated the idea that when people learn through engagement and reflection, they not only understand sustainability, they begin to practice it. Let's continue with training design and ECHO pedagogical activities. The ECHO model's strength lies in its use of interactive learning methods. Each activity corresponds to a stage of the learning cycle. Mind mapping connects abstract ecological theories to visual understanding. Jigsaw activity cultivates cooperative learning by turning each participant into an expert on part of the subject. Scenario writing promotes creativity and problem solving. SWOT analysis anchors ideas in reality, assessing strengths and risks of proposed solutions. These tools are flexible enough to adapt to both academic classrooms and community workshops, ensuring inclusivity and creativity in equal measure. Now I will explain you the impact and future use and usage of ECHO as a model for learning and transformation. The ECHO model's long-term value is its transferability. It can be adopted by universities, municipalities, and professional associations to design their own ecological training systems. Participants are not just students. They are potential changemakers capable of influencing planning culture. By embedding open sharing in its DNA, ECHO creates a self-sustaining network of educators and practitioners. This model now forms the pedagogical base for both the Anadolu Planning School and the Nature Cities Alliances, ensuring continuity between education, application, and policy transformation. I want to explain you the integration framework and how we will connect ECHO, APS, NCA, and NBI. The EPDNET ecosystem functions as a closed-loop system of education, innovation, and intelligence. Each of its 4 pillars, ECHO, Anadolu Planning School, Nature Cities Alliances, and Nature-Based Intelligence, complements the others, creating a coherent, self-reinforcing structure. ECHO provides the learning foundation, an adaptive pedagogy that empowers individuals. APS gives the cultural and spatial framework, translating learning into design and practice. NCA offers the platform for collaboration, connecting actors across borders. NBI delivers the analytical intelligence, transforming data into knowledge and foresight. Together, they embody what EPDNet calls learning from nature to design the future. The integration framework transforms siloed academic research into a circular knowledge system where teaching,